Alright, let's cut to the chase. You're scrolling through your phone, maybe you saw an ad, maybe a friend mentioned it, Roger Bank. Sounds legit, right? Promises of high returns, easy access, maybe even a flashy website. But something feels off. You've got that nagging feeling in the back of your mind. Is this a scam? You're not alone. In today's digital age, financial scams are everywhere, and they're getting more sophisticated by the day. So, how do you separate the real deal from a carefully crafted illusion? How do you know if Roger Bank, or any similar entity, is pulling a fast one on you? Let's dive deep and break down the red flags, the telltale signs that scream scam. First, let's talk about the promises. The too good to be true factor. This is the oldest trick in the book, but it still works because, let's face it, we all want to believe in easy money. Roger Bank, or any shady financial operation, might promise ridiculously high returns, far exceeding what any legitimate investment can offer. They might guarantee profits, which is a huge red flag in itself. Legitimate investments always carry risk, and no one can guarantee a return. If you're being told you'll make a 20%, 50%, or even 100% return in a short period, alarm bells should be ringing. Think about it logically. If someone had a foolproof system to make that kind of money, why would they share it with you? Why wouldn't they just keep it for themselves and become billionaires overnight? The answer is simple. They don't have a foolproof system. They're trying to exploit your desire for financial gain. Next, let's look at the pressure tactics. Scammers are masters of manipulation, and they often use urgency and pressure to force you into making hasty decisions. They might tell you that the opportunity is limited, that you need to act now or miss out forever. They might create a sense of scarcity, saying there are only a few spots left or that the offer is only valid for a limited time. This tactic is designed to bypass your critical thinking and get you to act impulsively. They might also use emotional manipulation, appealing to your desire for financial security or your fear of missing out. They might paint a picture of a luxurious lifestyle, promising you the freedom to quit your job and travel the world. Don't fall for it. Legitimate financial institutions will never pressure you into making a decision. They'll give you time to research, ask questions, and make an informed choice. Now, let's talk about the lack of transparency. Who are the people behind Roger Bank? Can you find any information about their credentials, their experience, or their regulatory status? If the website is vague, if the contact information is limited, or if you can't find any independent reviews or testimonials, that's a major red flag. Legitimate financial institutions are regulated and transparent. They'll have clear information about their licensing, their management team, and their track record. Look for regulatory information. In most countries, financial institutions are required to be registered and regulated. Check if Roger Bank is registered with the relevant financial authorities in your country. If you can't find any evidence of registration, or if the registration information is suspicious, that's a clear sign of a scam. Another telltale sign is the complexity of the investment scheme. Scammers often use complex jargon and technical terms to confuse and intimidate their victims. They might explain their investment strategy in a way that's deliberately vague and difficult to understand. This is designed to make you feel like you're not smart enough to understand the details, so you just trust them blindly. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you don't understand something, ask for clarification. If they can't provide clear and concise answers, or if they try to brush you off, that's a red flag. Legitimate financial professionals will be happy to explain their investment strategies in simple terms. Now, let's talk about the payment methods. Scammers often prefer unconventional payment methods, such as cryptocurrency, wire transfers, or gift cards. These methods are difficult to trace and reverse, making it harder for you to get your money back if you're scammed. Legitimate financial institutions typically use secure and traceable payment methods, such as bank transfers or credit cards. If you're being asked to send money to a personal account or to use a payment method that you're not familiar with, be very cautious. This is a common tactic used by scammers to avoid detection. Another critical point, the website and overall online presence. Does the website look professional and well-maintained? Are there any spelling or grammatical errors? Are the images and videos high quality? Scammers often create websites that look legitimate, but they may contain subtle errors or inconsistencies. Check the website's domain name and registration information. Scammers often use domain names that are similar to legitimate websites, but with slight variations. You can use a domain lookup tool to check the registration information and see when the website was created. If the website is relatively new or if the registration information is hidden, that's a red flag. Look for social media presence. Does Roger Bank have a strong and active social media presence? Are there any independent reviews or comments from customers? Scammers often create fake social media profiles or buy fake followers to create the illusion of legitimacy. Be wary of unsolicited contact. Did you initiate contact with Roger Bank, or did they contact you out of the blue? Scammers often use cold calling, email, or social media to reach potential victims. If you receive an unsolicited offer from a financial institution that you've never heard of, be very cautious. Remember, legitimate financial institutions typically don't solicit business in this way. They rely on their reputation and marketing efforts to attract customers. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what to do if you suspect you are being scammed. First, stop all communication. Do not send any more money or provide any personal information. Second, document everything. Keep records of all emails, phone calls, and transactions. Third, report the scam to the relevant authorities, such as your local police, the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, in the US, or Action Fraud in the UK. Fourth, contact your bank or credit card company to report the scam and try to reverse any transactions. Do not be afraid to seek help. If you're feeling overwhelmed or embarrassed, remember that you're not alone. Millions of people fall victim to scams every year. Talking to someone you trust can help you process your emotions and make informed decisions. Finally, remember the golden rule: if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Be skeptical, do your research, and never invest money that you can't afford to lose. Protect yourself from financial scams by being informed and vigilant. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.